Wanderers, welcome to the Wandering Dutchman podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by Dubois County Tire and Supply.
July, known for the 4th of July, being hot, and the beginning of the dog days of summer. Well, good news, Dubois County Tire and Supply can help with charging your vehicle's AC unit in these hot months. Let's be honest, no one likes sweating and driving. Riding around in a boring-looking Jeep? Good news, Dubois County Tire and Supply can hook you up with the right wheels and tires for your Jeep. Are you a farmer enjoying a little summer break? Bad news is harvest season's right around the corner. Good news, Dubois County Tire and Supply can help with that too. A lot of good news in a short ad read. Check out Dubois County Tire and Supply and let them turn your bad news into good.
The Wandering Dutchman podcast.
Where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wandering Dutchman podcast coming to you from Smoker's Lounge.
The Wandering Dutchman. Yeah, yeah. The Wandering Dutchman. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Wandering Dutchman podcast coming to you from Smoker's Lounge. Today's episode is brought to you by Dubois County Tire and Supply. Welcome to the lounge. We're glad you are with us. Happy Friday to us, to you, to us. To us, it's a Saturday in real time. But to you, it's a Friday morning. Hopefully sitting at work, trying to just pretend like you're there to get the weekend started. If you're listening to us any other time, thanks for joining us. We got a great episode coming to you today. Hopefully some interesting things. Dave doesn't have a topic, but that's okay. That just means he's going to shoot from the hip. And we all
invisible ink.
We all love it when Brother Dave shoots from the hip. Fellas, how we doing? We doing all right? Do you want us to pause the episode for you to get your stuff done there?
I'm good.
Oh, okay. All right.
What?
Well, I mean, we're here. We started the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got anything you want to?
No. Good.
You.
Diet Coke. Got some cupcakes I'm going to smash here after a while.
You going to eat those on camera?
Nope.
Please?
Nope.
Would you just eat one on camera?
Uh-uh.
Just
Shirtless?
smash into it. I bet it'd get some numbies.
Numbies.
Over 5 mil, by the way.
Numbies.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
My dad asked me, how do I find that viral thing or you guys were talking about? And I said, is it on the YouTube? And I was like, no, it's on Facebook, Dad. Oh, okay, I'll have to look it up. He went over to Merkley's this morning, seen the Merkley boys, and John Boy sold us out. He told us that he saw us last night.
Yeah.
Him and his wife were playing in that scramble as well with a group of people, and John Boy he's like, God, I hate working Saturdays. I gotta go. They left. They ate and then stayed for just a short bit, but he said he's got to be there at 5:15, 4:45. Gets up 5:15. Like, God damn.
Yeah. Anytime you talk to those guys about doing anything, it's like, I can't do anything on a Friday, and if you're going to do anything, make sure you're done by 9 so we can get to bed. So, is what it is. All part of it. So, yeah, you guys did play a little golf yesterday.
Yeah, well, I know I'm going to come under fire pretty hard, but there was a little mix-up, little verbiage. Got lost in the verbiage.
Do you want me to read Dave's text?
Yeah, I mean, you can.
I mean,
it said something about,
it was,
I
think there's some f***ery about here. Masoners and Loves for 16 under on 9.
Yeah.
Sends a picture of the scorecard, and they f***ing won!
Yeah, I think the thing that he was turning in that was the 2 zeros that I turned in there on hole 4.
Is that because you guys just skipped the holes?
Well, no, because we thought the mulligans were.
They just took it off the end.
We thought they were like erases. You know what I mean? Like, we shot whatever we shot, but then like we just took that minus 16.
That's not how that works
no, it's
at all.
not. That's why I said it was just a.
And that's what I'm saying. They won.
So they still legitimized your victory.
Yeah. Which it's on them, I believe, because like we had no intentions of doing that. But I mean, whatever. It was for the kids, and we paid our money plus some, a very healthy donation, thanks to the neighborhood and everything like that. So It was a good time.
So does that mean you're out on our trivia team too, or
What do you mean? Trivia team.
I mean, are you going to go to the other side there? Because it seems like you.
God, no!
You dipped your little paws in the old cheating scandal here.
No,
I mean, you've always accused a certain team of cheating.
buying their championship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what you just did.
100%. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun though.
Man,
Pretty
it's
good.
funny how the world comes around.
Crazy. What is it? What the Alec Murdaugh guy said? Oh, what a wicked web we weave.
Yeah, you've
You know.
Brother Dave's probably next. I mean, I believe Dave has
Don't
a
go
very
to the dark- Don't go to the dark side.
strong constitution and moral fiber to not fall into such a thing. But you get him a couple double lemonades and vodka, and next thing you know,
Moral. That was my kryptonite. That was the problem.
Oh, your joke's still in the back of the buggy.
Is it? What buggy?
My buggy.
Well, how'd it get in there?
No idea.
oh boy,
Wow. Anyway, double Tito's and cranberry
oh
with lime was what was what
lime.
I was working on, and yeah, that was quite refreshing. It was hotter than last night, and there was like
Sticky.
there was
it's not
no
necessarily hot; it's the humidity.
yes, and there was no
humidity.
air moving. And then when we got up on like 9 green, 7 green, the sun was still high enough because we shotgunned at 5:30, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was definitely a full field because we were 6A. Nobby and his wife and Josh and Laura were 6B. Were you guys doubled up?
Yeah, we were 1B.
So there was, so they
I
had,
think they'll take 14, 15 teams.
will they?
I think.
Not for 9, I bet.
Well, what do you mean? Well, the pace of play we were playing slow because obviously we were.
Yeah,
When
that's
we were
that's
really
what I'm saying. Even with
reading
9,
pucks
that
and
probably would be high. Probably 12 or 13 teams.
But there was just no air moving, and the sun was setting, but it was at that 5:30 time slot where
It's the hottest part of the
it
day.
is. Like a lot of folks think that it's not, but boy, it is. Like that's right there at the hottest part of the day. And I feel like my forehead was scalded from wiping my sweat so much. Like I feel like my forehead was blasted, rubbed raw.
Looks great today.
Yeah, I know. It feels good. I like this receding hairline and this shorter haircut because I kind of got a fluff up front all the time. So, but anyway, yeah, we had a good time. The Studebakers, they jammed. Oink catered with their food. It was a good meal.
Yeah.
Stuff like
Yeah,
that.
we used them for Janelle's surprise 40th birthday.
Yeah,
party,
that's
and
right.
The food was good.
Yeah. They had this shrimp and grits dish this time that was wow. It was
Yeah.
good. Very good. So, but other than that, guys, no, I just a lot of sweating at work. It's been really, really hot. And then the rain, and how it comes, and then the humidity comes in droves. But
Yeah, we got in real time. Today is the 19th, and I think next week they've already sent out. It's going to be heat advisory.
Yeah.
I think we're mid 90s all week next week.
94, I believe, is 94, 95. But then they say that with the heat index and stuff, we're looking up into the 110, the 110s, 110s, 110s. So that'll play a big part in next week's activities for me.
Yeah, really, it doesn't change mine at all.
Because I believe this is our last week to start early, because then the following week is when we send the kids back to school, and then that, we can't, road work wise, you can't do much until after the buses are done. So we kind of got to go back.
That's
to
kind of tough.
business.
Surely there's enough stuff to do otherwise that you could still start it.
Well, I'm just saying if we got to close roads, we can't wait. We got to wait till 8 to close roads. So.
Well, I mean, speaking of school, we have a strong member of the
There he is.
operation here
Yep,
today, Mr.
yep.
Brad O'Haney.
Fangirl in the audience out
He
there.
brought his weed eater in with him. It's kind of embarrassing.
He's got it on a
Sitting over there with
Got it
his
on a plaque.
couch and weed eater. But
He's polishing the power head there.
so when you listen to this, Brado, you've only got a couple more weeks of vacation.
Which, by the way, that photo that he sent us, I wonder, did you just stick your head right over top of the string, the string trimmer? Because, God dang. I was giving your dad some shit. I was giving old Taz. I said, me and Brado got this weed eater joke going amongst the Dutchmen and Brado, and I said, I said, Casey, I said, do I win the award today? And then Brado had to top us with his. Looked like he just dumped the lawnmower bagger over his head. I win.
You drive by one morning and he's standing over there on the 9 green, just shaking that stuff, all rolling around.
And then he's got his selfie out, taking a picture.
Actually, it'd be friend of the program, Teddy Hoops, all taking the picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
That guy's always on vacation,
that's right.
for sure. Brother Dave, what about you?
Slow week at work. Long night last night golfing.
Man, I really feel your pain.
Lots of rain today, so it was an awesome day to be lazy.
Man.
Sat in here drinking coffee, reading my book. I sat on the back deck in the thunder, read my book.
Some of them were pretty gnarly.
Yeah. We had some like
rocking the house, big.
right on top of the house, up there on the. I mean, we live on a hill,
Right.
and we live in a metal house, so it only makes sense. We'd probably be a big
Optimal
attraction.
storm watcher up there.
Oh, the dogs, the kids, the I almost went and drowned myself in a puddle in the front yard.
Eleanor was flipping out. She's, for some reason, has transferred and transitioned into a big weather weenie. She's screaming, coming in the room. Dad, why is it doing this? And I'm like, I don't know. It's a thunderstorm, sweetie.
Yeah,
Like,
it's classic thunderstorm.
going to happen.
Yeah, the dogs, like Monty, I'd sat down and Monty was right there and he was shaking the couch. Like, that's how much he was shaking. They don't do very well with it.
You need to get in those thunder blankets.
No, they need to quit being pussies and deal with it.
What the hell's that everybody gives their dogs on 4th of July? Not tramadol, but...
Transempine or something like that.
Shit like that.
Yeah, Janelle gave it to ours, and, like, it's wild because Monty, it does a little bit, but Murph, like, he can't walk a straight line. Like, he's, like, teetered back. Because I go, Janelle, what's that shit you give him?
God dang.
Oh, just what, for his size, I was like, honey, he's bouncing off the walls just to get to the...
He's doing the Hoosier two-step, just trying to get to the food bowl.
Yeah, it's a tough spot for him, but and it doesn't help his eye situation because then he gets really
bug-eyed.
Oh God,
I love that.
He's a good boy.
He is a great dog. But my God, he looks like he's burnt the whole day.
He's a good boy. Well, and I don't know, Monty's getting up there in age, so he just turned 8.
Mm-hmm. Because that's...
And so, like,
Gus
for them,
is 9.
So them big fellas like that, like they, anywhere from 6 to 10, 11, 12. So he's really slowing up. He don't get excited about much.
Right.
But he's still a good boy.
That's right.
So, I don't know. That's about it.
Good. Let's do it.
All right. There we go. Before we get into it, let's hear from our friends up there at Celebration Ice.
Hey, have you heard of the Celebration Ice Challenge? No? Well, I'm surprised because it's the latest trend on the interwebs right now. Here's what you do. First step, you buy a glorious bag of Celebration Ice. Second step, you remove those perfectly crafted ice cubes from their bag. Third step, you pile and coordinate those ice cubes into what represents the outline of your body. Step 4, you lay down on the pile and chill out. Nice, right? Or you can just use Celebration Ice for your cooler and cocktails because that's what we do.
All right, Big Mace, what you got?
Well, my topic just simply states, whoops, classic mix-up.
You'll have that on them big jobs.
And I want to reference that towards the old Coldplay gate.
Oh,
The old astronomer guy and his HR lady.
Chief People Officer?
What a freaking dipshit. Like... Okay, guys, listen here. I have been with my wife since we were juniors.
I know you're getting ready to say, I've been in that situation
No,
before.
I have
You
not.
just own it.
No. I've been with my wife since we were juniors in high school.
My wife.
We're happily married. We've got 3 beautiful kids and everything.
I would
like
pump
that.
the brakes on happily. We could probably debate that
Right,
for a
right,
little bit,
right.
but
Well,
we won't.
Just a cliche that you have to say.
Okay, yeah.
So I would never, if, let's just say somebody had a gun to my head and said, you've got to go, like, hold this woman in your arms that's not your wife at a Coldplay concert, why would you even put yourself in that situation to where you could potentially be on the Jumbotron? Which you don't know. you don't know, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know that you're going to be on the Jumbotron, but, like, just sit next to each other and, like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe just get a little hands and do whatever you need to do, but, like, don't stand up there and dance ass around and just wait for your life to be ruined.
Well, I'll say this. A lot of these individuals that sometimes get to that chief executive role believe that they are bigger and better and can do no wrong when it comes to anything.
Oh, I know, yeah.
So when you have these moments where it's like the light gets turned on and you see the roaches scurry, it's just a classic, like, he didn't think, nobody would say anything, nobody would be a part of anything. And now you hear, like, there's stuff online, which you can't believe everything online, but that he's just a shitty guy anyways, and the other girl had just got a promotion. Mm-hmm. So you kind of start reading the room, and you're like, so the other girl knows that the head HR lady is banging the CEO. She goes and says something. The head HR lady tells the CEO, well, we better promote her to buy her silence. And then, oh, by the way, let's all go to Coldplay together since we all know we're involved in this.
And then the girl that wants to really out the affair knows the dude running the Jumbo John camera and says, hey, pan up this way one time here.
Well, and Chris...
that's completely speculation.
And Chris Martin, I think there was some, like, alternative views where he was like, oh, or bad. You know, like, didn't know we were doing that tonight, but...
They did say that, I've been reading a lot of it about it on Twitter or on X, and they said that now the guy, the CEO is going to sue Coldplay and, like...
For what?
Exactly, like, for what, you know?
Dude, you got popped.
Yeah.
And instead of, like, I had seen something on, I think it was TikTok, where it was like, 35 ways you could have handled this better than what you did. Like, one of them was like, pretend like you're dancing and being crazy, or like you're choking them, or like you're going to hit them. Like, all these other things other than just like...
Don't just bury your hands in your face in your hands and then try to hide and hit the ground,
Well, the Philly Fanatic...
Did you see that one?
The Philly Fanatic with the female Philly Fanatic, I don't know what her name is. But
that was the best.
Yeah, it was a pretty good thing. But, listen, the unfortunate nature of it is the CEO has a wife and they have children, and now this inappropriate... Everybody's assuming it was an affair. You don't know how far in the details it is.
Right.
We saw, obviously, a very... I wouldn't even be that close to my wife,
right?
Let alone somebody else. Not a big PDA guy.
Where was that concert at? Because you knew it had to be hot. Get off me. It's too hot. You're slimy.
Not a clue.
You know what I mean?
Like, we don't even, like when it's bedtime, like, there's no snuggle time. Like, just roll over and go to sleep like every other married couple. So, I don't know. Like, it's been hilarious. The internet remains undefeated.
Oh, I know.
Because it's just...
What does Coldplay even sing?
And it was all yellow.
They have some jams.
I was a star,
They're kind of post grunge
for you. That one? You ever heard that one?
No.
It's not classic country where you.
No, it ain't.
It's not Dave's vein there.
Coldplay's got a couple actually really good.
They got some jams. Chris Martin's very talented because I think he was playing the piano at the time. Okay. So
yeah,
it's just bad because there's kids and there's a whole nother side to this that is going to be absolutely embarrassed. But when it comes to the big D time, I joked that if I was her divorce attorney, I would just print that picture out, and wherever we were at for negotiation and everything else, I just set it there, just as a nice constant reminder of why we're here. But
what a bulldog!
If he's doing that in public, as brazen as what he was to think he wasn't going to get seen, he's probably a douchebag anyways. So
then, going back to the Phillies game where the two mascots and they did all that shit, that was priceless. But then the other one was there was a bunch of people at that same Phillies game that had big flyers that are like signs that said, "This is my actual wife."
Yeah,
and then they would kiss Cam, or whatever. It was good.
The other thing, like, think about this. Think about how fast that traveled and made it viral, like on the interwebs.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's amazing.
It is.
The
it is
speed
wild.
of information. The way the speed of information travels.
Yeah.
Like, that's perfect. But what if the real scoop here, we presume soon to be ex-wife of the CEO, like, hired a private investigator, and the PI was like very serious about his job. So like he knew he was going to be at this concert, and he slipped 100 to the guy running. He's like, hey, he's going to be up there at some point. They're going to be together.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead and get that for me, please.
Yeah.
Like, what a way to do it. So, I don't know. That's
It'll be interesting to see how this all unfolds, and with the internet, like we said, I guarantee we'll all be along for the rides.
well, and then like sending out like an apology, like, dude,
Yeah, like a public
it's
statement.
not gonna help you anything.
No.
Your best bet is just to shut up. Like, hey, the best thing Hawk Tua girl did,
Yeah.
just went away from the internet.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead and just go.
Just get on the just take it on the chin and own it and move on.
Well, now here's the big thing. I mean, that board of directors of that company where he's the CEO.
Astronomer or some shit?
Yeah, don't even know what they do.
It's an aerospace company, isn't it?
Couldn't tell you.
But what if it was just a good like PR marketing for their business? And we're the fools. Like the
Somebody's got to jump on a grenade.
Yeah. Like, hey, we're gonna pay you handsomely
Hey,
to do
good
this.
job,
Yeah.
Ralph.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it, you dirty dog. Good work.
He was. But the lady, I think the best reaction is the lady that was sitting next to them, because she knew like, oh shit. Like, it registered on her
That's
pretty
the girl
quick
that
too.
they were saying that there's a lot more involved with the
You
girl.
think it was a menage a trois?
The girl that's sitting there like, you know what I mean? Oh.
Hey, we say it a lot. We say it a lot. Around, go find out. He found out, and Coldplay, great job. You just might have been dying as a band.
Shit.
Good PR for you.
All these younger kids on Twitter are like, who the hell is Coldplay?
They go look it up.
Their Google search has like skyrocketed probably in the last 4 or 5 days.
Well, and I think, what was it? Was it friend of the program, Morgan Whalen? He made a statement at the beginning of his concert, kind of making laughs about it. Like, if you're here with somebody else that's not your wife, you're probably okay today, because we're not going to put you on the Jumbotron. Like,
It's all going to be a running joke now in all these major venues, like all these big events with Jumbotrons and kiss cams. And
yeah, but how long does that last?
I don't
though,
know.
before-
It'll be interesting to see, for sure.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
If we ever go to a Cardinals game, Dave or Casey, we can all three sit next to each other and hope to get on that kiss cam. Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, I thought that was funny. I thought it needed to have some attention paid to it, because I think it's pretty.
Seems like you could probably get pretty rich right now if you could figure out how to sell and add on to your tickets that the Jumbotron would not look at you. Like, I know what
Like
you
an
mean.
addition.
Oh, like a
Yeah,
privacy
like
thing?
just another $300
Well,
fine
here's
or
the
fee.
here's the thing. This will be interesting. This is legal brain working, because I know we deal with it at my place of employment. When you're talking about dealing with people's name, image, and likeness, that he may have, like, as crazy as this sounds, he may have some legal recourse for what he did, especially if he didn't notify that you were going to be, that they were going to use it, because obviously they have used it and it has gone. Now, what's that worth? Well, it could be a lot, because his damages, he could show the divorce. Now, you want to talk about playing an absolute heel and being the villain, go ahead and sue Coldplay in the venue and do that. But I wouldn't be surprised if that does happen, because
I think that's what I was saying earlier. I think that's what they're already, like, legal teams are foaming at the mouth trying to go out. Like, I guess you would just say defamation or
not defamation,
Privacy Act.
Well, but it would be, because if we knew where the concert was at. So, like, the state of Indiana has laws on the book about, like, your name, image, and likeness, like the use of it, a lot more than what businesses and companies know, and they do it all the time. Like, we do a waiver, like, for that little youth tournament, like, when they sign up and register a kid, like, hey, you're consenting to us using your child's image. I mean, we do it for parents to go on and
It was in Foxborough in Massachusetts.
Yeah, so they may have
Gillette Stadium.
It may be interesting to see what kind of like laws they have on the books, but because they've used it for publicity, and it's gone public like
For
that,
sure.
he does probably, and he's going to be able to show damages, because whatever he's worth, depending on where they file divorce and what it is. But let's say he's worth 10, 15, 20 million dollars and she gets 10 of it. He can show I got $10 million in damages.
Yeah, but didn't somebody just post it? I guess I'm curious how it got to the internet in the first place. Like Jenna taking videos at a damn concert. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't think there'd be... It's not like the company was using it to promote those videos for... If it was posted by...
But that wasn't like a cell phone video where it went...
Was it not?
Where it hit to the interweb. Like, that's too good of an image. Like, we could pull it up later, but, like, well, we won't show it on the show because, obviously, we don't have the legal budget. I mean, our legal department is me, and I don't have the time to represent us.
Fair.
I mean, if Joe Rogan was going to sue us, like, we'd just do that for the popularity, and then hopefully he'd want us to be
Allegedly.
on the show. Yeah, but, like, I think because it's such a clear image, like, that's not from a cell phone.
I don't know. I can't
This
remember.
is all done on a cell phone?
I don't know if it was on a cell phone.
Yeah, but in the sweet boxes at Gillette Stadium from
I'd say
afar.
I'd say that her reaction and the way they acted once they realized they were on the Jumbotron together, that was dead enough right to tell that, okay, something's going down. And then with the power of the internet, the people just found out who he was. And
Well-
it doesn't take a real sleuth gumshoe to figure that out. You know, the way he, she buries her face in her hands.
and it looks
and
like
then-
he got shot
Yeah,
in the leg.
he just fucking drops like
Man
he's
down!
shot with a sniper rifle. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like just trying to duck over the back fence or something. But
Yeah, he.
yeah.
The best thing he would. I mean, in those instances, just word of advice: if you're going to be in that situation, have like a drink or something in hand where it looks like you're just boozy, just drunk.
Yeah, if you're gonna
Scooter
have an
Brown.
affair on your wife, don't have your mistress like dancing on you and you're holding her.
Yeah,
And-
very
and-
close.
yeah,
yeah. It's.
yeah.
I mean, at least have like a drink that you spill, so you could be like, I'm drunk.
I'd say the guy that's really going to take the most heat is the dude running the Jumbotron camera. Don't you think?
He's only making $15, $20 an hour. He don't give a shit.
He's just doing his job.
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, look, we got a great moment. Yeah. Oh,
You
we
nailed
do.
it. You nailed it.
Yeah, because what would be worse if somebody was in the control room and was like, Tower 2, go ahead. We're going to get up there on that suite up there. We got a guy completely cheating on his wife. Let's go ahead and get a good, clear picture up there. Tower 2, over. Yep, got it. We'll get it. Thank you. Yeah. Scans up there. That guy's soon-to-be ex-wife's in the control room.
Target
Get
locked.
that bastard, Tower 2. Get him.
Target locked. Target
Yeah.
locked.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. If that's that guy, he's got nothing left to do. You might as well sue Coldplay and everybody else and freaking. I mean, you can't get any worse.
Have a
than
heyday with
what it is. I mean, just remember though, there's kids involved. And that's
Yeah.
where it's sensitive topic.
Right.
But what a moment in the internet.
Amen.
What an idiot. Dude, go to like another town in a dumpy hotel to do your affair, not at a freaking Coldplay concert.
At Gillette Stadium.
Yeah. Who thought that was a good idea?
What an idiot.
Was it a company outing?
I don't know.
Yeah, because there's a post somewhere where the guy was saying that he got fired because he's the one that bought the tickets to the Coldplay concert that exposed the...
Why would he get fired? He didn't do anything wrong.
That's what his thing was kind of all about. That was bullshit. But yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough spot.
But yeah, so he bought the tickets to give to them for a entertainment thing.
What if his company was just an all big setup against him? Like he was that toxic and bad as a CEO.
It worked.
Bravo to those guys.
No shit.
Yeah. And Coldplay find some relevance out of it.
Amen. What are you thinking about?
Well, fellas, obviously, as the world knows, the fourth child, who will soon be a month old, but I've had more people interested in my testicles and get in the old snip. And what I really started to wonder about, first off, it's really nobody's business, like what I decide to do or not do. But if I do it, totally going to record, like those women that go get like Brazilian waxes and they record their reaction. I'll do it for the numbies. But
Numbies.
is this one of the only medical procedures that's openly discussed and joked about to that extent where it's like, you know, like it is. Like I've had a lot of, and like it's people we know, like they're close enough to the circle where like, hey, it's a good laugh. But then you have a few like, oh, 4, you gonna ready to go get a snip? Like, dude, I don't even know you. Like, I see you. Like, but I find it hilarious because in my head, like I played through like, you know, somebody that's 45 and you're like, going to get the old colonoscopy, huh? Like, I hope it all works out. Or
Glamour shot.
hey, did Doc diddle your prostate? Make sure everything was okay. Like, hey, Susie, heard you going for the old mammogram. Have fun getting them tits squished, girl. Like, you don't do it. You don't do it. But a guy has a 4th kid at the age of 38. Hey, when you going to get snipped, pal? Like, why is it your business, you know? So that's what I was just thinking about. Because we don't do this to any other medical procedure, but a guy produces a kid.
Have fun with that old tit smash, babe.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, like, you know.
I've had a mammogram. That's a truth. That's the God's honest truth.
You've had a mammogram?
100%. Yeah, I had a. Well, it was a like a knot.
TikTok user 679ers
Yeah,
about to
can't
have a
wait.
heyday.
Can't wait.
I knew it, that son of a bitch.
No, I had a knot like in my nipple on my one boob, and my wife was like,
My wife.
That's not normal for that to happen. Like you probably should ask your doctor about it. And I did. And he's like, yeah, man. I mean, men can get that.
Yeah, I mean, there are
100%.
cases of
So he was
breast
like,
cancer,
let's
man.
not around with this. Let's just go, get it figured out. And what do you do? And well, you got to go get a mammogram. Oh boy.
Could you imagine big fellow waiting in the waiting room?
Yeah, with a bunch of women, and I'm
Zach Masner.
Yeah.
Zach Masner.
Yeah.
Me.
Which I mean, I'd say I got a solid B cup for sure.
You think so?
Oh yeah, or if not even maybe even a small C. But I guess so. The thing that struck me as odd the most was that, like with like nipples, a man's nipple is not. So they had to put like a BB. They had to like tape a BB on the end of my nipple.
Okay.
And then when you put it in the squisher, you know what I mean? It fucking crams her down on there,
Not very comfortable.
No, it's not. And then that way that BB was the marker where they could see, like where my nipple was. But then it come to find out it was just here you go, TikToker. But it was like a fatty something of collection of fat. Like I thought it was just getting too many titty twisters over the years because
you and the Wharton into some kinky shit?
No, this was a long time ago.
Puts the old clip chip on there for you?
The old clip chip or chip clip? You
Clip.
That's not what you said.
Yeah.
I know what you meant though. Yeah. But no, I didn't have never used booby tassels or none of that stuff. But no. So yeah, that's not it's a very painful situation there for
that would be a weird one to talk about people with.
Yeah.
Getting a
Like
mammogram.
just random person.
As a man,
Yeah.
getting a mammogram.
Oh, what are you in for? Got to get a mammogram today.
Yeah.
The lady at registration looks at you like you got a horn growing out of your forehead. Like, what? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I don't know. I like it, and I don't want it. Like it doesn't.
I think the vasectomy thing, and the reason that it's more commonly discussed is kind of like not necessarily like a rite of passage or like a brotherhood type thing, but like there's been so many people do it that a lot of times whenever you're discussing it, it's more of like tips and tricks. You know what I mean? Like whenever I was gonna have it done, I mean, obviously, you know me. I don't keep secrets like that.
Nope.
So it's like, we just bullshitting amongst buddies about it, and then they would say, oh, the first thing you need to do is go buy a couple 3 bags of frozen peas or frozen corn or whatever, and that way you can just kind of set your sack on there and mold it in there and then rotate those bags and do what the doctor tells you to because you don't want them to swell up and da-da-da-da. Like, that was more of the conversation that I had when I had it done. It was more of just like tips and tricks.
Yeah, this isn't tips and tricks. This is, hey, when's it going to happen?
Yeah. Which I feel like that's none of their business, like when it's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I don't have it set. I don't know. I just, that hilarious thing played out in my mind. Like, you don't talk to anybody else about their,
Yeah, well,
procedure.
it's always a funny thing too. Like people, I got to go in for a colonoscopy. And that's like my dad always just called them glamour shots. You got to go in there for your glamour shots, stuff like that. It's just kind of funny procedures,
I guess when you
anything involving your genitals or your ass, I think is kind of a funny.
how have we
If it's elective,
how have we been doing this show for as long as we have? And we just, did you know he had a mammogram one time?
No.
I mean, we just,
That's
I've
why
had
it
it-
works so well together. We still
I've had to have a testicular ultrasound as well, because I do have a cyst on my left ball. Yeah, and the reason, once again, with that was there was
botched vasectomy.
a fella that my father worked with had a son that passed away tragically of testicular cancer, and he was like in his 20s.
that's wild.
Yeah. And so, like, I worked with another guy that is the same age. He's probably he's probably Dave's age. So he's 2 or 3 years older than us. And he had it, and he had cancer and had to have the one testicle removed. And so it's just one of those things you just don't around with. You know what
No.
I mean? So, but that was a very,
Nerve-wracking.
yeah, that a little bit, or just like the actual the process of having that procedure performed was kind of odd, because they do a lot of rolling around of your balls.
Did you get erect?
No, you can't. No, I did not. Well, they did bring this piece of tape and they stuck it to your belly, and they're like, I'm like, what's the tape for? And she's like, well, just lay your penis up and tape it down, because we don't want it. That's just.
Lady, what do you think I'm working with?
And I says, well, you just might as well not. You don't need to waste your tape, because like my penis doesn't lay. It just kind of like a box turtle. You won't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? It's basically
It won't be in your way.
no, you won't have to worry about it. I promise. Shit like that. I'm a grower, not a shower. But yeah, that was also another thing with the vasectomy. The same thing. The lady was, yeah, we got to tape this thing up out of the way. Doc doesn't need to be messing with it. And I'm like, if you're thinking you're going to get that to stick to my belly, I better be like
You're in the wrong business.
in a fetal position, because if there's no way I'm laying flat, then that's going to happen. But yeah, so like it's funny to sit back and laugh now about it, but at the time, and because I told Justine the same thing. Like, what as a at that time I was probably 25, 24, 25, 23, somewhere when I had to have that ultrasound done. You're in the prime of your life. You know what I mean? Like, you're good shape. You got your testosterone at that point was probably really high, and anybody that's of the opposite sex that's rolling your nutsack around with warm ultrasound gel, like it's
Well, at least it was warm. Could you imagine putting cold ultrasound gel on them bad boys?
but it would be kind of tough.
Lose it.
Yeah, it'd be kind of
Oh, you're right. It is a box turtle. That thing just went right back.
but it's like I told Justine, I said, what would happen if you were to
Get an erection.
get wood, you know what I mean? And she said, well, they'll just leave. Like, they'll just stop what they're doing and walk off.
Ma'am, you'll need to bring in some
Squirt
more.
you in the face with a water bottle.
Stop it! Because and the only
you
reason
get wood, and she comes back in. Is everything good now? You're gonna need some more ultrasound gel, and we're gonna need some towels on it. We got to clean up.
no,
Sir, that's the wrong place.
yeah,
That's
you're
on the
not
fourth floor.
You're not a Asian massage parlor here, No, it was just Justine told stories of in college when they were doing their for nursing, where they would go do their rounds at the nursing homes and stuff like that, when they were going through that CNA portion of the nursing program, and they were doing that where they would help with baths and stuff like that too. And she said that was 100% super, super common, is that you get an older, resident in one of them facilities to where they
Bob hasn't had an erection.
Well,
since Vietnam,
and you
here it is.
get a bunch of attractive college girls, college-aged nursing students to come in, and they're helping you with a bath, and good grief, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, and she said, yeah, they just said to. You just stop and you leave, like you walk, you just get out of the room, like you just eliminate yourself from that situation, because it is common and it does happen.
Since Dave is the older one, Dave, when it comes time to put you in a home, we will make sure it's Bloomington. We will make sure it's in the rotation for the IU nursing staff.
Yeah,
for you, buddy.
Yeah, but then you'll get some big bearded burly bastard. All right, Dave, you ready for your sponge bath today? Good morning, Mr. Smoker. Here comes this guy. He's got these bear paws as big as mine, God, make your pee-pee look like a baby carrot.
Hey, what happened to Michelle? She was here last time.
Flunked out of the program. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Getting the old snip, the only medical procedure openly discussed. I'm sure there's some in the women's. There's probably stuff that women laugh about, but I think for men, I believe that's probably one of the most common ones,
Yeah, and it is a rite of passage, I guess, but I guess I'm just not ready to be there.
Right.
It's just one of those things.
If you're done, you're done,
Oh, I'm done. Yeah.
Shooting blanks takes a lot of stress out of things.
I mean, 4 kids. I mean, when are you going to have time for anything?
You'll find time.
Going to start sending them all to boarding school.
In Fallujah? What the hell was that? I can't remember what movie that was on, but yeah, we were discussing going to boarding school in Fallujah. Oh, it was the movie I just watched the other night with Ryan Reynolds. He was a time traveler. It's called The Adam Project. Yeah. Whenever the mom was like, future her. Nope. Current her was talking to future him, saying that she was discussing boarding schools in Fallujah, and Reynolds was like, "Nah, you would probably don't need to do that." You know what I mean? She'd had no clue that was her son as an adult.
Oh,
yeah, it's a pretty good movie actually. But
they'll work to find time on that.
All right, well, hey, let's take a break.
Let's take a quick pause for the cause, brought to you by our buddy Matt Krieg of Krieg Insurance.
I was driving by the beautiful home of Matt Krieg of Krieg Insurance when I noticed something in his hayfield. I do a double take and realize that standing in his front yard is a big, beautiful, majestic bald eagle. It just screamed, America! What's this have to do with insurance services and products that Matt provides? Nothing, but it's a hell of a story about one model American. Give Matt a call today and let him help you.
And we're back. Brother Dave, what say you?
So this week at work, it's been busy, but it's not been urgent. Like, it seems there for a couple weeks. It was like, so I was able to slow down and just wasn't in a hurry. Like, there a couple weeks, it seemed like every time I just had to make time to take a piss even, like, I gotta
yeah.
And then the day's done. But it wasn't that way this week.
Well, that's good.
And I think it took a couple weeks of busy for me to be able to realize and have this appreciation. But it is glorious to take a good piss on your own time. You know what I mean? Like, just made my whole day better. You ever get that one?
Well, folks, there it is.
And it is time for the Merkley and Son.
What do you mean? Like being able to piss at work without having, like...
Just not feeling rushed. Just like, I don't know.
I don't understand why you would feel that rush. That, like, did you, like, finish peeing? Like, that's not good for your bladder.
Oh.
Like,
Right.
I mean, I don't
think I've ever felt rushed.
Well,
That's wrong. Sometimes we're like, okay, we got to go. Like, we got to get out the door. Like, we got asphalt on the truck that's getting cool, or we got a concrete truck's going to be there in 4 minutes, stuff like that. Well, I got to
Yeah.
piss. Hold on a minute,
Yeah.
And we just, We just do it. You know what I mean? Because we can't really piss out where we're working a lot of times.
Well, you could. It'd just be bad for business.
Well, I mean, I do. We do. I mean, if you have to,
sure.
you have to. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. I mean, everybody understands it's not like we're standing out in the middle of the street going after it. You know what I mean? I mean,
It's funny you bring it.
you know what I'm trying to get at. But
So I was. Well, go ahead. I don't wanna
no.
interrupt your thought.
I was just saying, like, hopefully every employer, like Justine says this all the time, like, oh my God, I didn't even get a pee till 3:00. You know, her shift starts at 7, because it's such of a ball busting atmosphere sometimes when they've got a full census, or like they've got extremely high risk patients or whatever. You know, there'll be those days where she feels like, oh my God, I just got here and it's 4:00 and I just now got to pee for the first time. And I'm thinking, good grief. But that's that nurse bladder thing. Like you talk about trucker's bladder, same thing.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, like where they like literally can hold it all day.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It is. It's stupid. It can't be good for
Not healthy.
No.
It causes rigidity in the bladder.
I think when I was at the mine, when I transitioned jobs, because when you had to piss, you just stopped and pissed. You know what I mean? Like you set your parking brake in a safe manner, neutralized all your implements, and you got out and went to the bathroom. And then you got back in and in a timely fashion and continued on with what you were doing.
Yeah.
Whereas when we were, so like I had no, like I could not hold my pee. Like I was terrible at it just because for 15 years I didn't have to. You just stop and pee, So then when I got to this other job where you're, sometimes you get in precarious positions where you're in no way, shape, or form able to pee without, like you said, going to jail for public indecency. So that kind of puts a strain on me. But, that as far as being rushed to take a pee, though, Dave.
And for him to have an epiphany, like this must have been a hell of a
Maybe
piss.
it's an age thing. Maybe I'm just like starting to enjoy the simpler things like
Pee.
this dream.
Got to pee with not in a rush. Great day. Hey, honey, how was your day? It was great. I got to pee uninterrupted.
I told you.
So they
about
always say that
glorious
peeing on company time or shitting on company time is better than, You ever hear that?
Oh, we got
How's that saying go? Something about
Oh, it's
something
company
about-
makes $1, I make a dime.
That's why boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I
poop on company time. There it is. Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
There are some at my place of employment that is an absolute they're hiding 100%.
Oh, for sure.
I used to do that.
And they are hiding because they don't even hide it with their phones anymore. Like used to, like they just watch videos on silent.
No,
Like, now you got you'll have 2 or 3 shows running in the background while you're peeing. Like, and it's just
I used to do that when I worked at the
buddy,
factory because I hated it.
Lonesome Dove movie? Part 1 or 2.
Hey,
is that season 6 of The Office, episode 22? Oh yeah, it's a good one. But yeah, it's it makes me chuckle because like to me, I guess it's different because I'm salaried and I've always got something to do and my job's not terrible. Like I've got an excellent job. But like some of these guys, like, oh, I got to go clean another 6 rooms before, the end of the day. Like I get it to a certain extent, but
Man.
and I'm all for like guys and gals, you wouldn't poop on company time but some of these people, I mean, they got it. Their leg, they got to have Lieutenant Dan legs when they get up because they're in there.
Shit house polio.
Yeah, they're in there forever. So.
I can imagine. When I was at the factory, I never worked like on the line. I was. I guess when I was in the finish room for a little bit, that would be considered a line because we were wiping. I had to wipe stain, which was terrible. But then I got moved over to the building department.
When did you work on the factory?
Right after high school.
Oh.
I worked at Styline Plant 8 we graduated in May, and I started at the mine in September. So whatever, couple months through there, through summer. But
About 3.
hated it. Got fired. Best thing ever happened to me. But yeah, I would hide in the shitter there just because
Hey, where's the big fella? He's supposed to be staying in these desks.
shitting.
He's in there shitting again.
Yeah, I hated it. I don't see how anybody can do it. But what I was saying is when Toyota fired up, and we were young enough to where we could have been like first generation Toyota workers, like or second generation,
probably second gen.
Yeah, but there was a whole bunch of folks that were trying to get on at Toyota, and my dad's cousin worked over there. Brother loves mom, and dad worked there, stuff, and they were saying if you got put into like a line position, like you had to have a line floater come and take your spot to where you could go piss.
And they noted all of that time.
And I just, man, I mean, that's a good way to make a lot of money. You know what I mean? When you're doing that, if they do that like piece rate or.
Oh, I see that Nissan commercial.
Production.
The guy that's putting the lug nuts on the vehicle.
Production bonuses.
They're doing that
stuff.
commercial, and I'm like, can you imagine that guy for 8 to 10 hours a day takes that little machine that's got the 5 lug nuts on it, puts them on, waits for the next one to come through, and that's what he does to make a living.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're rotating them. That's a safety thing they've been doing a lot.
Repetition,
lately.
like with
so
carpal
you
tunnel.
won't run it all
whatever.
day. You'll go to a different operation halfway through shift at some of those. Just
Keep it
a lot
fresh.
a lot of it's automated now. A lot of that stuff over there. Is that?
yes.
There's
there is,
automated
but
lines
still-
over there. I just couldn't imagine like back in school. Can I use a hall pass? I need to go take a piss. You know what I mean? Like you're 37 years old making $65,000 a year, but you still have to ask permission to go take.
Oh,
a
I bet
piss.
there's a button on your workstation that you push and somebody comes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably very commonplace. It's just something that I've never had to never had to do it or whatever. But I don't think I'd be very good at it.
Well,
because of
your ADD.
Yeah, and the amount of the times that I do pee during the day because blood pressure medicine, drink a lot of water, try to stay hydrated, and you pee a lot.
True.
But
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
But Brother Dave, I'm glad you had that moment.
Yeah, I was too.
That moment of enlightenment.
I guess it's not the fact of the urination that's really the moral or the focus point. It's more of the
Yeah, it was.
the ease of the pressure.
Yeah, I don't know.
You just felt relaxed because work wasn't breakneck speed.
And I was just like, man, this is a nice piss.
So some days though,
I don't normally reflect while pissing, and I was able to.
I don't know what
I've
you
been
guys
pissing
think.
a lot more at one time since blood pressure medication.
Oh yeah, it'll drain you down for sure.
Oh, that's right. You are on blood pressure medication.
Are
now.
you on lisinopril also?
Yep.
Yeah. Is it got the HCTZ with it?
No,
Hydrochlorothiazide, the water pill part.
they're like little blue hexagons.
That's same thing. Yeah. That's wild, ain't it? Brothers.
yeah.
When you
Kinda
get
statins
when you
are
get
you
on
on?
the train here, big dog.
I trying to avoid it.
But I just I think days in my job now where we are busting ass, getting after it, like concrete, asphalt, big tile jobs when you're in a trench and stuff like that. Like I actually enjoy those days.
Oh, the day goes by fast.
Yeah, more than like we were doing some other stuff where, like putting shoulder stone on the new roads up there, and it's just 2 guys. One guy running the machine, dipping their gravel out, and, 3 got a raker and then a truck driver. But being stuck in a truck all day long like that, that's brutal. Especially where there's no air conditioning and, yeah, it's 104 degrees outside and humid as hell, and you can't stay awake, and it's just bleh.
It's like them guys
Time just stops.
when you drive up there to the valley because they run up to the quarry up there. And, Papa Frank, he did it for a long time for cave quarries.
I couldn't do it. I
Those
don't.
guys running. I mean, and I just.
No way. Because that's how. Like there's been times before where like we got our CDLs. We'll go drive truck somewhere for a part-time gig and all that. And I'm like, not a chance. No way.
It wouldn't be for me.
No.
It wouldn't be for me.
I like driving.
Yeah. I mean like we talked to Chuck Kramer and. Some of the other guys that we know that are big over-the-road truckers, I mean...
Now, if you were going to get me over the road heading west where you're just driving, like, I'd love that. But when you get into those... Because, like, my dad, like, he'll, talk about driving in cities and, cities on a hill or cities by a river are always tough to get around in.
Well, yeah.
What some of them guys used to have to back up.
That's it.
But if you could run, like, from one Amazon distribution warehouse to another one and you just drop, like... And you just... I don't think it would be bad.
No.
But I mean, some of these guys, some of these guys that run like delivery, like let's use, for instance, up 4th Street. You're going to go see our buddy John Songer at the Gaslight, and those guys that deliver off those trucks with those, pup trucks are just, smaller single axle.
Little reefer trailers.
It is just in alleys,
wheeling
doing all that other stuff.
And then they got to wheel. They got to get out and wheel the freight.
Yeah.
And that's how those guys that Old Dominion. There's a couple other of those. It's not LTL, whatever the style of trucking company. That,
it is. It's less than load. LTL is less than like a full load.
So I guess
that would be Old Dominion. That would be R&L carriers. That would be
like just the delivery dudes where they are the
Holland.
ones. They back up at the loading dock, unload the shit, and then they go on to the next drop. Whereas it's not like a drop and hook job, like you were saying. Like you haul a load here, you drop that hook and bring it empty back. That's
like them guys that do like that hot shot trucking.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be an interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys on the social medias that run that kind of stuff.
Right.
But no, we had. It's funny you mentioned this. 2 instances since we recorded last. We were headed to Evansville for something, and there was a guy pulled over there at the Holland exit and was between the tire wells of his semi. And Zoe goes, "What's he doing over there, Dad?" And driving by, I checked the ground. Honey, he's peeing. And then there was one. I was headed southbound on 145. I was getting on the interstate. And I was southbound 145 there by the Amish restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a guy that he had his flashers on and he was pulled over. And then he was standing like 15 feet away from his car, just standing there pissing. And he wasn't from around these parts. Like he was. And he like just hands on the hip. Just he probably had the epiphany while I was standing there too. And I'm like, but like this road is traveled by our friends at the Indiana State Police, like quite thoroughly. Like if you're going to pull that trick, you got to stand by your car like you're making a call or there's something wrong.
Checking the tire pressure.
Yeah, you don't just park, flashers on, driver's side door open because that attracts more attention, and then you're standing off, 10 feet away from the car just peeing, shaking your hips because you're writing your name in the air. Like it's just not a good idea.
Ballsy.
But he was, he was going for it, and I drive by in bewilderment. I'm like, this wouldn't be the spot where I would stop.
I got in a traffic jam on I-70 back in college days, so I was hitching a ride home with a guy that lived close, We're in this traffic jam on the west side of Indy, and he's like, I got to piss. I just got to do it. I'm like, yeah, well, we're in a standard cab S10, and it's just standstill. Like
a lot of time in an S10 and a Ranger back in the day.
Hey, Dave, will you hold the jug for me?
Yeah.
So he gets out, he's like, it, I got to piss. So he opens the door, and we're in like the slow lane. So there's a car, right? You know what I mean? Like you're this far away. So he opens his door, and he goes to try to piss, kind of hunkered up in the door, and the wind blew.
Oh.
And I'll never, but it was blowing like from his back, so it just like blew all of his piss into the side of the door.
Oh God! Fill his door panel up.
Oh gosh, that's a tough spot. But it's I don't know. Usually for me, like I'm more because of the coffee in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm usually a morning like heavy pisser.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But sometimes just get up, go take a piss, just to kind of get out of the office a little bit.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say I'd ever felt rushed, like in a hurry, nor had an epiphany. But I appreciate it.
Maybe it has to do with my stage fright too.
Well, yeah.
Maybe you're overcoming a bunch of like these boundaries you've set for yourself.
Yeah, growing like a pretty flower.
Who knew?
Good for you.
Who knew at 40 you would just
Start blossoming.
Yeah. Jenna's finally seen the potential out of what she's married 20 years ago.
Things are just starting to go your way, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, we were at church today, and somebody was celebrating a 50th wedding anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing the math, and I was like, honey, I would have to be 79 and you 81 for us to celebrate our 50th. And she's like, oh, yeah, we'll get there. And I said, you got a mouse in your pocket? She's like, what do you mean? I was like, 79 is a long road to toe.
Mm.
But, good on it for them for 50
Yeah.
years. You don't see that very often.
No.
Yeah. Hey, it is now time for Brado's 3 big things, brought to you by Merkley and Sons.
The boys are back at it. We thought we'd help them with their addiction to low prices and giving away the farm. We thought we'd help them make money. We thought we'd help them be able to provide for their families. Well, the boys must have just said, F it. Check out the Merkley and Sons weekly flyer where they advertise ridiculously low prices that should be criminal. Great deals every week. We're going to have to start a GoFundMe to help these guys. I just know it.
We've got Brado in the audience today, and here we go.
Here we go.
Do we want Brado to read them?
It's up to Brado.
And with the magic of editing, Brado has appeared with us because outside of fake weed eating videos and school in 2 weeks, he's got time for this. So, Brado, get us started.
Hey, that last topic about peeing, every teacher that listens to the show was like, hey, wait a minute, because we're on a very regimented bowel movement schedule. You know what I mean?
guarantee it, yeah.
It's like...
Do we have any outside of you? Do you think we
Teddy
really
Hoops.
There ain't no
that's
hall
true.
passes for teachers, I guess.
No, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a real thing. When you come off summer break, you got to retrain your bladder because it's...
Oh, God forbid.
Guarantee it.
Hey, I think I've had people outside of the show that listen. They're like, what's the deal with you and Casey? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, he's firing a lot of strays at you. I'm like, oh, it's all in good fun, But I just want to clear the air, Casey likes to take his shots, when he gets...
Part
when he
of
gets
it.
time. And it's part of it. I got thick skin.
I mean,
but
Dave throws just as many. Why is it attacked at me?
I don't know. That's...
I'm a more likable guy.
Yeah.
Probably true. You're right, Dave. You are. All right, Brado, get us started.
All right, you see that first one there. I just can't help myself when it comes to a good conspiracy. The Epstein files. Many people are frustrated by the Justice Department's latest claims about Jeffrey Epstein. Now, one of Donald Trump's most loyal allies in Congress is calling for transparency. On Tuesday, House Speaker Mike Johnson became the highest-ranking Republican to say he, too, wants to see more details about the DOJ's investigation of the late disgraced financier. What's DOJ?
Department of Justice.
Okay, there we go. It's a very
Financier, by the way.
delicate subject, Johnson said. We should put everything out there and let the people decide. What say the Dutchmen? Is there more to this than meets the eye? Is there a list, and should it be released?
So the Department of Justice just filed to unseal what had gone on in the state of New York, because I think...
He had places everywhere, right?
Yeah, but I think because that was part of the original criminal case was up there. I think what I heard, Alan Dershowitz, who represented Epstein, you see him on the circuit on some things every once in a while, but he went to say that there's not necessarily a list like we think of. Like there's there's David Smoker, Zach Masoner. Like there's not a list like that, but that there's actually affidavits from individuals that name other people. So a lot of people get the flight logs confused with this list. And these flight logs, because they have to follow FAA regulations, who is on your plane or what you're carrying is put on a list that these people put on the jets and do all that other stuff. I think the flight logs have been released for the most part of what it is. I realistically think there's a couple ways to look at it. One side is saying Trump's playing 4D chess and this is just something to expose something to do this. I legitimately think that they actually probably thought there was a list, and then once he came into his second administration with Pam Bondi as Attorney General and all the other stuff, there's not really a list as it is a collection of evidence that's affidavits that allege certain things from people. Now, an affidavit is sworn under oath. So I think it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. But according to Dershowitz, if you take what he says, there's nobody currently in office that is named in these affidavits. So
even though there's several photos floating around the internet of Trump and Epstein together.
Well, I'm sure they did see each
because
other.
they're heavy hitters. I mean,
well, they were in New York. He played the game
for sure.
But But the thing of it is, like, if you look at it on both sides, the previous administration in their 4 years, like, do we honestly believe as we sit at this table that if Donald Trump was on that list, that it wouldn't have been released?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
That's the part, like, everybody's thinking, like, he's saying it's a hoax now because his name's on the list. Do you not think the previous administration would have pushed out that list if they knew he was on there?
Anything that they could have done to tarnish his reputation, they would have definitely.
Now, I think what you're going to find
tactics.
I think what you're going to find in these affidavits, you're going to see both sides on this list because both sides were playing the game, and that is what. Because I think I just saw a tweet or an X or whatever they call him anymore. I mean, Elon like whatever we're going to call him, but. I think what it is, when you realize these people that were involved, they're going to lose the power of control over the everyday person that just follows what they do. And there's going to be a lot more questions asked and demands than what there already is.
The lack of transparency bothers me. Like, why? Like, there's so much to unpack with this. I've been down the rabbit hole. Was he an agent? Like, how did he come into all this money? Number one. Right?
Yeah.
Like, and then nobody can answer that question. And then why not just, okay, I don't like feeling like I'm being lied to. Smoker, I thought this would be right up your alley. You know, Big Brother, like, what, like.
Tell you the truth, I haven't been barely tapped into it.
Yeah. I mean, and then I hear people say, like, why does it matter to you so much, or why does it care? It doesn't affect your everyday life.
It goes back to like the Kennedy files and the alien stuff and all these stuff that Trump's supposed to be declassifying and bringing more and more out. Project Blue Book and all that stuff. That could single-handedly change the history of the United States as we know it.
Well, they released.
You know what I mean? I know, but I'm just saying, like,
not all of it.
Not all. Of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Though I know you really enjoy that stuff too, but it's like it going back to being lied to. It's maybe not. We're not being lied to. We're just not being.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Yes,
it goes to the Coldplay thing. The executive, these people that think
they're above,
just get away and whatever they want, right?
Yeah.
And like, okay, so if there's nothing to see here, then prove it. Why all this secrecy?
Because I'm sure there's some
legality.
There's a power struggle to it. There's a power struggle to it that if you release this, and let's just play the game. Let's say those traditional Soros, Clinton, name it on the left, on the right, Cook brothers, all these other people are involved in this. What's going to happen is you're only able to rule people by keeping them. I don't know where I'm trying to go.
I got you.
But it's like back in the day,
right.
back in, like, let's say when slavery was going on in the United States, they did not teach slaves how to read. Why? Because it empowered them. So here, if they dump this out there and you find out that all these conspiracy tinfoil hat things are actually true, then all of a sudden you've empowered the people to where it's like, holy shit, you got to wipe the earth with, like, who's involved and all this other stuff.
Right.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I think there is a lot to it. I think there's a lot of questions about Epstein that are unanswered. But I think what happened in this administration, they didn't know the full scope of it. They ran on, we're going to release the list, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. And then they get into it, and they're like, it's not really a list. It's thousands of pages of affidavits that detail all this other stuff. Because you got to think about the victims that were involved in the trafficking and all that other stuff. Like, they need to be protected too.
Sure.
But according to Dershowitz in his statement that he made on news this week was like, although it said Mr. X and Mr. Y and Mr. Z, I know enough detail to know who Mr. X, Mr. Y, Mr. Z are. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. I think he has to, because he's in a rock and a hard place right now. And I think you burn both sides, which probably is making a lot of people very nervous and on edge. But
There's an old
Now,
saying.
if there is other cases that aren't public yet that have started,
and that might be some of it too.
and would that releasing that list then potentially damage one of the other ones that are started?
Well,
Like, could that be?
what it would do,
'Cause then it would change. The
so
narrative.
what this could spurn is it could spurn more cases that would involve these individuals depending on where the activities occurred. Some of these you would think if they do get granted to release this information, you would think that if there were ongoing cases, they would be filed at this time. That's some of it why this could take a long time to do, because you could have DOJ lawyers working around the clock to present and have ready to file when all this stuff goes, if there's going to be charges brought. Because that'll be the other thing. You release these affidavits and these names, then what do? Are you going to charge these people? Because what if this activity took place on Epstein Island, wherever that was, which is outside of
What's the
jurisdictional reach of the DOJ? Then, like, what can you do? But I also think, like what you saw in the Diddy trial, like, Diddy wasn't convicted of a lot of the stuff that people thought he was going to be hammered for. And it comes to show that a lot of these people sold their soul to the devil, did this stuff, then completely embarrassed because it either didn't work out for their favor or it did. And then now it's a hindsight's 2020, shouldn't have been involved in some of that stuff. So it's very complicated, I think, from looking at it from just what you see in tidbits of the news and stuff. But if it does bring those in power down, them, they need to be.
People need to be held accountable. I mean, because some of the stuff that has been alleged, there's real victims, right? And like, who's being protected and why are they being protected, right? There's an old saying in studying history that power left unchecked becomes absolute. Right. And it goes back to Casey's point with that CEO thinking they could get away with whatever. And that just gets in my crawl, right? You were elected to do a job, and maybe not all elected people on the list, right? These celebrities that make millions and billions. And I just, whoever's being protected, I just think that there's a lot more to it.
And that's the perspective of time. When you look at some of these people that may or may not be on the list, they might have been a no-name then, participate in these activities, become a big name, and then their time to shine has been gone.
Yep.
But I don't know.
We can move on. That was just a fun topic I wanted to put out there for you guys. Guilty pleasure gatherings. Love Island USA is hugely popular, especially with Gen Z. But many fans aren't just watching the reality TV show. They're showing up for each other. My comments. I'll be honest, never ever seen an episode of the show. What about you guys?
Not a clue what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know. So, friend of the program, Christian James Shringhammer and his lovely wife, they watch it.
Well,
What is it?
And it's just a reality show. I think it's just speculating and reading context clues. I think it's just like a dating show. Kind of like, what was it, the Real World, or one of those
kind of like a Bachelor but on steroids.
something like that,
Or
and a
Bachelorette
little
on
bit more
steroids.
racy, a lot more sex, a lot more stuff like that, I believe.
What network is it on?
I don't know that either.
Okay.
I tried to look it up the other day just because Schwing was talking about him and Miranda were talking about watching it, but I don't know what platform it's on, but and then Gen Z.
Yeah, that's my other one. By the way, who are Gen Z? And
so-
do we fall into that category?
I don't think we are. I think we're millennials, right?
Yes, correct.
And then the Gen Zers are. Well,
They're younger than us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably a decade.
Yeah.
We're not
There's-
Generation X?
No, I think Generation X was before us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before the millennials.
Or,
You may be an Xer.
I might be an Xer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dave might be an Xer. No, you're a millennial? Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm a millennial as well.
Yeah.
All right, last one, fellas. Feeling hot. Prepare for extra screening at the airport. The TSA says excess sweating can set off advanced imaging technology that's used on air travelers. And I put, Smoker and I are in trouble. I got to say, this feels like discrimination against us heavy sweaters. What say you, Smoke?
Them sons of.
Yeah, that's right, man. I'm very self-conscious about it.
Are you?
Yeah. I don't know if this happens to you, but like people, I got my feelings, you know, and people like whatever.
Why do you look at that at me?
I don't know, but when people point it out, like, well, man, are you hot? You're like, you know, and I got pit stains and I'm sweating, and it always happens.
No, I'm going through puberty, guys.
It always happens at the most inopportune times. If I get nervous or whatever, right? And then someone will point it out. Like, you don't have to point it out. You know?
Like, I know I'm sweating.
I realize I've got sweat dripping off my forehead.
I
in a room.
have noticed lately, more so this summer, and I don't know if it's because the testosterone. I don't know why, but my God, do I sweat. Like, extremely bad. Worse than I ever have. But it's not targeted like the pits or anything. It's just everywhere.
Yeah.
TikTok user 679er would say it's the extra 50 pounds you put on.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, right.
I can't figure out why my head sweats so much.
Mine does too now, since I just
Like it doesn't
Boys,
take
I'm telling
anything.
you, I used to be a heavy sweater. And then when I went and shaved my head, it is a complete game changer in regulating my temperature.
Speaking of head shavers, weren't we supposed to? Wasn't remember the Monday boy asked us to tell Lindemann that he needs to get on this electric shaver train?
Not going to do it.
He said that he's got this
You go
one.
straight razor.
He buys
Yeah.
it on Amazon, and then he said like he's had the same one for like 3 years, uses it every day, and he's done in like 5 minutes. Just zah, and you're done. And he said it's great.
I
He
just
said you need to get on the bus.
I'll have to look into it. But I am just a razor guy.
I shaved my head there for a few months one summer, and I don't feel like I sweated any less.
Yeah. I mean, working outside, the humidity, it's
God.
just unbelievable.
Hey, good news is in 2 weeks you'll be in your climate controlled atmosphere.
Yeah,
You'll be all right.
but then football, it'll be outside all afternoon,
right.
evening.
I'm telling you what, I've as far as the sweating, I just try to get out in front of it. If I'm in a formal setting, and I'll just be like, hey, if I start sweating, it is what it is.
Oh, that's
right?
your icebreaker.
Yeah, I mean,
Mr. Ohanian, you want to go ahead and give your presentation? Just want to let you guys know I'm a heavy
Hey.
sweater, so if I start sweating, it's just going to happen.
I've brought towels into interviews before.
Jesus.
Hey, whatever.
I wonder
Well,
I wonder when you get to that.
Brought towels in the interview.
What is that?
So it hasn't happened in a while.
That guy, like the old guys. What's that kind of like slang name for like old guys? Where they, not unk, but like you know, where you get to that them cats that you'll see them sitting on like the
Old codgers.
the stoop,
Dave
and they've
says
got the
codgers
towel
a
flipped
lot.
over. They carry a
Oh,
towel
yeah.
everywhere. I'm trying to think of the word of what it would be.
The brothers.
No, it's not that.
I mean,
I've been to a jazz musician that brought a towel out
Well,
with him.
yeah.
Yeah, I got you. But
But
hey,
it's that. I'm trying to think of what that word. It's that them cats that they just, you know, they always got the towel with them, and they're always dabbling the forehead. There's
Yeah.
a word I'll think of it when I'm.
But
probably
hey,
up and through.
when we traveled for the Disney cruise, I didn't set off the advanced imaging technology. So
Now, what does
that's
that do,
good.
though? Are they going to inspect you closer? I mean, or you just
Well, they're
Yeah.
probably throwing it under that if you're getting ready to do like some terrorist act that you're going to be a little nervous,
Oh.
and that's what it actually is. It doesn't actually. That's what it detects. It detects that. Oh, why are you sweating, sir?
Kind of
I don't
like
know,
an-
because I'm 300 pounds of fat,
and it's
or
600 degrees in this
yeah,
terminal.
or you're looking
If
at
you're
me.
asking me all these questions, there's a box of gloves next
Before
to
you go in, just get out in front of it and just let them know. You know.
Well, I don't
Box
think
of exam gloves right there.
TSA makes you take off your shoes anymore either.
Yeah, they do.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Just came out this week or last week.
Probably part of this advanced imaging technology. They
Yeah.
don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah.
The guy that actually was on that plane where the guy tried to have it in his shoes was a UE basketball player.
I remember that.
Hated flying, absolutely terrified of flying, and he was one that helped take. I want to say his name's Kwame Brown.
What happened now? I haven't heard of that.
That was back in when we were in college.
That guy. So why everybody had to take their shoes off? This guy had put bombs in his shoes, and they were on a flight going to either from Paris to the United States or from the United States to Paris, and he was trying to light his shoes or trying to set his shoes off, and passengers got aware of it, and they got on him, and one of them was this guy that played basketball at UE, and I think they said that because it had been a rainy day and he had stepped in water and puddles, that's why that had he was unable to set them off. That's a wild chance situation. But
Very lucky.
as a fellow sweater, when it comes to things, because I switched deodorants to go non-aluminum, I am more self-conscious about it than I've ever been.
Yeah.
It's tough. It is tough.
That
But,
natural stuff ain't worth a shit.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's all I
right.
got, fellas.
There we
Thank
go.
you.
Brado's 3 big things. Thank you, Brado. You might as well hang around because it's time for us to do some final thoughts brought to you by Hayes Heating and Air.
Well, it's that time of year again when it doesn't seem like your AC stops running. Well, if by some unfortunate chance your AC does stop running, and it's not because the house is cool, we've got who you need to call. Todd Hayes is the man. Hayes Heating, Air, and Repair is a family-owned business with Todd's son Austin helping. Todd and Austin can get your AC back up and running in no time. They also do some light plumbing and electrical work as well. Give them a call, 812-683-2570.
All right. We'll go ahead. Brother Dave, what you got?
Not a damn thing. I don't have anything special at all. Been a rainy weekend, rather. I guess it rained a little bit all week.
Yeah.
But anyway, just been wet out, lazy, dreary. You know, keep your chin up.
Big fella.
Yeah, this coming week here in real time, when you're listening to this, it would hopefully be the last day of it, according to the weather. But it's going to be really, really hot.
Great.
You guys probably start practice this week, don't you?
Oh, football's been in full swing. Once moratorium, first week of July.
Well, your limited contact period. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't there a second moratorium coming up?
Yeah, at the end of July.
End of July.
So,
Yeah. So anyway, it's stay hydrated. Check on your pets and make sure everything's good. And it's going to be hotter than balls. So buckle up, and it'll be snowing before you know it.
Oh, boy.
Keep your stick on the ice.
Go ahead, Dave. Well, let's have another great winter.
Yeah. That helps.
Brado, what about you? Some final thoughts?
Well, I'm sitting here. I just looked at the date. I think this is going to be released next Friday. Pretty special day, I guess. I'll give myself a shout out. Boy, that sounds bad. My birthday.
Oh.
Happy
birthday
birthday to you.
You can stop that. But
He's gonna start sweating.
I just want to get out in front of it here. No.
So you'd be what, 41?
Yeah, man. Last year was a big 4-0. So.
God, you're done over the hill.
Yep. But no, appreciate you guys having me out. And what number is this?
360.
Yeah, you guys are
366.
going strong, man, and look forward to it every week. And yeah, football is going to be next week. We've got a couple practices. We got a scrimmage on Thursday, bringing in some other teams. Friday, my birthday, will be our annual strongman competition. You remember that?
Hell yeah.
We don't push the truck anymore. We push the gator.
There you go.
Yeah, and
Gone soft.
but we still got the rock throw, and it's an annual Southridge thing. We got a traveling trophy, or your name goes down on it. So then one more week off, and then first week of August. You know what that means. So
That's right.
back at
Back
it.
to school.
That's right. Back at it.
Back to school.
And I won't be able to get out here because you guys record too late. So
To prove to Dad I'm not a fool.
What you got?
So when this airs in real time, that Friday, the Wednesday of next week, my lovely bride and I will be celebrating 9 years of marital bliss.
congratulations.
And in those 9 years, we've had 4 children. The death of her father, the death of my mother. We built a house. We've established a life and living. So we've done a lot in 9 years. But, we've been very blessed to be able to weather the bad and enjoy the good. And it's not perfect, but it's perfect for us. Some would say that I have it pretty easy in my marriage. One in the black shirt has accused me of having a pretty easy marriage because I get to go play golf and do all these other things. But, we're not here for that. We're just here to wish my lovely bride a happy anniversary because she doesn't watch the show anyways, but she's at home in a house that is a tinder box of potential madness if 3 wanted to get up and the other one wanted to get up because we do have 4 kids now. So I've noticed myself passing out unsolicited parenting advice because I'm a father of 4 now.
Did you guys get married on my birthday?
July 23rd.
Okay.
We got married on the hottest day of the year. But you know, and it's
Were you
wild.
sweating?
Oh yeah. The Brushers, our friends over there at Brush Photography, they did our marriage stuff, and I had a towel at all times because I was dabbling the forehead. But great pictures back then. We look at them. I've obviously aged extremely. My wife has only gotten prettier, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
She really screwed up, but it's wild. We dated for 9 months. We were engaged for a year, and we've made it work now for 9 of them. So
Hell yeah.
always good for those youngins that are getting married. You're going to have a lot of life happen in short time, but just remember, you're going to weather the bad, enjoy the good, start a podcast, start playing golf, and have kids. And with that,
Dutchman out.